Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name's Blake Cousins, and we're here with John, otherwise known as the JSB-007 famous UFO hunter right here on YouTube, and he's been submitting UFOs to Third Phase of Moon for about a year to 2 years right now. Welcome to Third Phase, John.
Oh, thank you, Blake. It's nice to be here with you.
Wow, I really appreciate you being here and going over your incredible videos. And speaking of incredible video, we just received this one from you yesterday. You describe it as some kind of like batwing, new design. It sets off like a rocket booster at the end. We're looking at it. It's quite amazing. Tell us what you're thinking when you're shooting this.
Well, for one, it's got an unusual drone to it. They try imitating our military jets, and but you can tell there's a difference between the two sounds. And on these Antarian batwings, that I call them the Antarian batwings, they're actually they do actually call them the Antaran batwing. But anyway, the sound on them is just phenomenal, and that's what you get to hear to start with. So I'll quickly grab my camera and go outside, look up, and here they come. You can see them coming straight for you. And then once they sort of catch me looking at them, they start circling around me. And that gives me the chance to zoom in on them. But the little buggers, they keep moving off to across the top of the houses, out of focus a little bit there and there. But I do get some good shows from them. I actually started seeing them about 2 years ago. That's what really got me up. Well, it was 2011 really, and that's what first attracted me to them, because they was hovering outside my home, and I never had a camera at that time, not a good camera, and so anyway, that's what set me off to investigating, to try and learn what these actually were, and I set about looking on YouTube. And I still hadn't seen anything to this day, anything that's similar. Well, I hadn't done, and by uploading my footage after I bought myself a camera and all the rest of it, and uploading my footage, I did notice that one or two people were contacting me who have actually seen it themselves, and which is great news, because I'm starting to hear they're all over the world, and it's on the same times, the same days, which is great. And so it's not just here in the UK, they're in America, they're in Russia, they're in Europe, they're basically all over the place and being seen. And not just in one or two of the craft, they're actually in mass. I'm filming these Antaran craft, I'm actually filming between 2 and 3 at a time. But I believe that they're actually seem to be hovering around the area, which is Borsey here in King's Lynn. And they seem to be either checking out on the other ships, because there's a load of other little ships out there which I call the Delta craft, or triangular shaped craft, and they're actually I'm actually filming them in masses, and when I talk about masses, I'm talking about between 20 and 40 at a time, and that's quite a lot, and that's within a 2 miles stretch, and I call it just from right outside my house to about 2 miles up towards the Borsey Woods, and that's directly in front of me from Gaywood up to Borsey. And I've been filming these for over 2 years now. It's really interesting to see.
Well, it certainly is. You've been supplying the videos to Third Phase for about 2 years. The world has been watching your videos, and the word is getting out. And you've invited people right there to experience this for themselves, bringing their own cameras on location. Tell me, what do other people experience when they see these for the first time and you're bringing them to the location?
Yeah, well, I had a couple come from Australia, not specifically to see me, but they came to England, and they actually wanted to see me, which is great news. So I set up a date, and I can never guarantee the weather, because if it's bad weather, they don't appear in the wet. They never show up when it's raining or foggy or wet and damp, that type of weather. And I said to this couple, Mark and Claire, I said to them, look, if you come over, we're just going to have to hope on a whim of a prayer that they'll show up. And anyway, they did turn up on this particular night, and I took them down to Borsey Ruins, where I was normally, is where I stand and I video the best shots from a distance. And they turned up, and within 10 minutes of being there, they just started appearing. It was great. and I was getting the Delta craft coming over, the triangular shape.
Absolutely exciting. Tell me, the JSB 007, John, you're filming these crafts. They could be extraterrestrial in origin. Have you had any visitations, any lost time on your end?
Well, to be honest with you, it's about, it's in one of my videos, I think it was just over a year ago. I was down in Borsey Ruins on my own, because I often go down there and it's pitch black, there's no lighting around the area, so I'm in the middle of a field or ruins, on a public ground there, and I had 3 of these craft hover directly over top of me, and what attracted them was I had a flashlight on an old camera, and I was letting off the flash. And I noticed that when they came over, they stopped and hovered above me. So I let off another flash, and they sort of drove off and then come back, and they flew off and come back. So in the end, I started thinking, I'm attracted to them with light. And I had 3 hovering above me at this time. And to be honest with you, it got a little bit hairy. I felt a little bit scared. I don't know why, but I did. I started to brick it a little bit, and I thought, well, hang on, there's something strange going on here. But the feeling I was getting from them was not a malevolent feeling, it was more of a benevolent feeling, and that's the difference. This is what I keep trying to tell people. I don't think they're hostile. If they were, then I could have been blasted out off this earth there and then. I could have been abducted. You asked me, have I lost any time? I don't recall losing any time. Which again, I have studied the time, and I know when I've left home and I've come back, and it seems to all add up, But maybe some other time before I may have been abducted, or I don't know. I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you, but I don't think I have.
Well, let me ask you about, we've interviewed the person that worked at the Ministry of Defense, Nick Pope, and you've been shooting these videos quite often. Have you reported these videos to the government in your area?
No, I haven't actually, because what I've been learning about these big UFO companies, I mean, it's like yourself, I did check you out to start with, and I could see you was growing, and I thought, well, you're honest and sincere, and I like that. But Nick Pope came from the ministry, and he's got a bit of a record of working for the ministry, and I don't, to be honest, I'm not particularly, how can I word it? I don't know how to trust them really, because they've got a bad report, from the past, like Area 51 and all the rest of it. You get to read about it, and there's been a lot of false flags about UFO abductions and mutilations and all the rest of it, and I don't know what to believe on that side. To be honest with you, I don't believe that what I'm actually seeing have anything to do with the mutilations. This could be another scenario from the shadow governments, if you like. That's what I've been told, but I don't know. So I'm really sitting on the fence on this one, Blake, just like most of them. I just report what I can see. I spell it out exactly how I see it and how I feel at the time, and that's just the way it goes at the time. With Nick Pope, I haven't sent any information off to him or to any of the other UFO companies, because I don't know, it just don't feel right. I don't really want that kind of publicity. I'm just gaining my own interest from my own subscribers, and those people that sub to me are people that are interested, generally interested. Okay, I'll get the odd 1 or 2 that comes in. We call them the trolls, and but I've learned to get over that now, and just accept that everybody has an opinion out there, which is great, because that's what it's all about. But I just don't like the idea that people trying to put their own opinions and telling other people that they're wrong in what they're seeing and what they're feeling. So they're the type of people I normally delete. I don't want that kind of energy on my site.
Well, the JSB 007, we at Third Phase, with over 120,000 subscribers, 80 million views and climbing, the people come in and they really get harsh when they don't understand what they're looking at, and then they start spewing out the hatred, which is human nature, unfortunately. But there is a lot of respect you've been gaining, and I urge everybody to take a look at the JSB 007 YouTube channel, because he has an incredible archive of UFO videos that he's been shooting. And I like the way you shoot it, John. You're getting perspective, you're having your steady cam, you know, get the foreground, and then you describe what you're seeing, and then you're stepping up with incredible equipment. You're shooting in night vision, and that's pretty amazing. What kind of equipment are you doing? More upgrades in the future?
Well, I'd like to invest in a proper night vision, something like the Gen 3, but you know, they're really expensive in this country. They sort of, you're looking around £3,000 plus upwards. But at the moment, I've got a Yukon Exelon, which is the standard Gen 1, and that's the only thing that I can afford at this moment in time. I mean, that cost me nearly £260, which isn't a lot, but it is on my money. I don't work that. I don't earn a great deal in my work, so.
Well, it seems like we're breaking up a little bit here on Skype, but John, I really want to thank you for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. I urge everybody to take a look at the JSB 007's YouTube channel. Any last words for our viewers at Third Phase, John?
Just want to say thank you very much, everyone, and I really admire your support, and I look forward to continuing to upload more videos to you, Blake, on the Third Phase of Moon. So.
Wow, we really look forward to your videos. I know you're going to always have your eyes on the skies, and everybody stay tuned for after this interview, because we're going to show the full length, what John calls the batwing, because it is incredible footage. I've never seen anything like it. Thanks again, John.
You're welcome, Blake. Take care. Take care, everyone.
All right, if anybody out there has captured anything amazing like John, the JSB 007, you can contact Third Phase of Moon via Skype or Facebook. Keep your eyes on the skies, and we'll see you again.
This, look, my Antarian batwings. Hello, my friends. No noise. There's 3 of these tonight. Look at that. This is just one of 3 flying over the top of my house. Oops. Rotating our jets, you see. They're flying around, and I've got all these ships flying everywhere, all over the place. Different lighting sequences, different types of craft. These I call the scout craft. Looks like they just go around. I don't know whether they're playing about or what they're doing, but I don't know exactly what their game is. But they do spend a fair amount of time just circling around my home. I mean, look at the different lighting sequences on this, look. See, now he's coming back for a second chance. So he's turned his engine off now, look. Turned the jet off. Light's gone off now, and there he is. Yeah, Antarian batwing. Look at that, look. Fantastic. See, he's turned the engine off. Now he's just hovering, look. No, it's just gliding now, look. There you go, look at that beauty. Fantastic. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. These are my favourite, these ones. Fall out of the bedroom.
Third.
Oh, he flew out of bed then.